Hello friends, how are you doing this summer? I'm so glad that you're joining me during your summer vacation. Or most of us, some of us are still working, or this is the high peak for summer vacation, but I do appreciate that you have joined me. I'm Marianne and I am Kiss Up Cards, Keep It Simple Stamping Up. I'm a Stampin' Up independent consultant and I am bringing to you Scrappy Summer. It's all about scraps. So I have my scraps kept together with my paper, and I have my cardstock scraps and my designer series paper scraps, and we're putting them together to make some really neat cards. So today I'm going to talk to you about rectangles and circles. Let's get to my craft table. Right, down here at my craft table, I am going to be working with rectangles and circles. We did some of that last week, but this is going to be a different layout. I've got everything cut. So I've cut my card, I scored my card at 5.5, and then I cut at 4.25, and it's folded this way. So I could stand it up this way, or I can stand it up this way, and I'm going to stand it up this way. I did cut a piece out 4.25 by 5.5 to put on top because I'm going to be putting ribbon, and I want the ribbon to wrap around so that it looks nice and neat. So that's why I've got that extra piece. Then I've got some strips. I've got the 2 outer strips. They're 1 inch by 5.5 inches. I've got 2 contrasting colors that pick up the colors from here as well. The orange, you can see in my fishing paper, there's orange and there's brown. So, and the green, so that will pick up all of that. And my card's gonna go this way because the fish are swimming this way. You could have it that way, but it looks better this way. So I've got 2 contrasting circles. Then I have, strips to go with that. Then I have the circles cut out. I have the ivory, the orange, and the brown that matches these 2 strips. So the first thing we're going to do is glue this up together. So this is how it's going to go. I've got the orange is going to go right on here, right on there. So that's all that's left there. This is going to be on for about 1/4 inch. So you've got lots of room to play with things and glue them up. Then once those 2 pieces are glued up, this is going to get glued up just to show a little bit. So let's get the 2 outside pieces glued up. Get my gluing mat. I always call it my gluing mat, but it's my silicone mat. So that if I get glue, it's on the mat and not my paper or my desk surface. So I'm just going to, this has little fishing lures on it, so that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to put glue on the edge here. And I'm going to attach the orange, and that's going to just go right here. See, it's just right there on the edge. Easy peasy. Then I'm just going to run glue along here. Yeah, I got it on here. So when that dries, it'll just peel right off. And this I'm going to adhere down, but I want to leave about 1/4 inch. And you just eyeball it. I can take that off. I put on my sponge. So that's one side. So let's get the other side glued down. And again, this is just using my scraps. I picked out the fishing paper. I picked the file folder out that I have with all my, this is Let's Go fishing paper. And I've used quite a bit of it. I've used it a lot in cards, but look, I still have a lot to use. But I have used a good chunk of the scraps. Remember, scrappy summer, here we come. I'm just using my scraps this summer, and that's it. So here we go. And I'm going to attach this down and just eyeball it with this one, and that looks good. So these are our two side pieces. So I'm going to attach glue on here. Now this is just going to have like 1/8 of an inch showing. So let me do one. I don't know why I glued that one up right away, but I'm going to glue this one right here. And I mean, this is your card. If you want more of that brown showing, show more of the brown. And then I'm going to do it on this side. So there we go. We have our piece done. I think I've got a little bit brown just showing. I'm going to trim that off. And there we go. And that is going to go on here. Like that. But before I do that, yes, I want to adhere this down. So let's adhere this down. Now that centerpiece, you could make it smaller as well if you wanted to, so that it's like this width. I mean, just play with your measurements and do that. Now I found some ribbon that had some like little white dots on it, and I thought that would be kind of cool to have, like, it's like fishy bubbles, right? Or I could put it this way. I could put it this way too. I think I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it here because I've got the 3 circles to put on here. 2 of them are going to be stamped on. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. Their big circles are going to cover the fish anyway, so. All right, so I'm going to adhere this ribbon down. So this way, this ribbon is in between the 2 layers, the card and this layer, and you won't see. It'll just look nice and finished. All right, now I need to do my stamping. All right, I have my stamp set. I need to just get some blocks. They're pretty tiny. One is a birthday cake and one it's your birthday. Now, I was looking for something like to put happy and birthday here. I didn't really find that, but I found this and I thought, oh, that would be kind of cute. A little cake here and it's your birthday. So I'm going to get my, where did it go? I thought I had, oh, it's underneath already. My little foam pad. This I just got out of packaging. And some packaging that you get, and this comes in it. I have a bunch of it, and it works perfectly for underneath with photopolymer stamps, but I don't have a photopolymer stamp. I've got a red rubber stamp, so I don't need this foam pad underneath, but very much so for your photopolymer, and you will have better success in stamping. The red rubber stamps already have the foam pad in there, and they can have more detail on them, which is really neat. So I'm going to be stamping with Old Olive. with the green to pick that up. And I'm going to again just let the stamp sit so that the ink transfers. Am I way off camera here? There we go. So we've got that. And then I'm going to add the little cake, and I'm just going to do it in the green as well. And I'm just going to stamp it. There, that's cute. So those stamps work good for that too. Those little ones. And I pulled these stamps out of Hey Chuck. It's no longer available, but it is one that, like, I have my stamp sets and I just use them over and over. And they always, I can use them for something. All right, let's get this. So I'm going to glue this on either side of the ribbon. I should be using this so I don't get any stickies on my paper. So I put Stampin' Seal on either side of that so it would stick down. And then I'm just going to adhere these like this. So I'll do this one first. Oh goodness, I have it right here and I go right off of it. So I'm going to put this one here. Oh, I should have put it on dimensionals. That's what I should be doing. Okay, let's do that. Because you know what it's doing? It's kind of going, it's kind of concaving. So if I use my dimensionals, it'll be nice and flat surface with the ribbon. So I just need one on each side for the brown. Oh, that's much better. much better. So you saw that I was able to just pull that right off. And this one, it's your birthday. I'm not sure I need this one. I'm just going to pull that off. Under here. That's where I need it. There we go. And then this one will go like this. So I don't need any dimensionals over here, but I need them like right around here. So I'll do that. Again, this was all scraps. Just pieces that I had. Instead of cutting some really good pieces, I'm just using up my scraps for the summer. And here we go. I've attached this down like this. See, I got glue on my paper stickies. Oh, I think from here. All right, let's adhere this to our card. And it's going to cover the front of the card. Just secure that down, and then it's going to sit like this. So you can see that the ribbon is secure inside. It looks nice and finished. And now let's add some gems, and we certainly can do that. I'm going to take my pick tool. I just find this, I've got too much rubber on it now. And so I'm going to get some of the brown off. So again, you can put this anywhere you want. I'm just gonna put it like this. 3 over here and 3 over there. And see, I just need to move one. These two need to just go down a bit. All right, there's our card. So I'm going to work on the inside of the card and do the envelope. Oh, maybe I'll show you that. All right, so what I do for the inside of the card is I have all this scrap paper. And so I'm cutting it to use on the inside of the card. So I will just, even though this is white on the inside, I like to put a layer in there. This is good copy paper. You can get it even a little heavier than this, but not as heavy as cardstock because it adds weight, and if you're mailing it, it just adds weight to your card. So I'm going to do this at 5 1/4. But that's all I've been doing is just using 4 inches. And I get 2 out of that paper with the just using it up. I found it in my stash and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use it up. So I've got 2 pieces, one for another card. All right, so I'm going to attach this. Oh, I should have stamped it first. Oh well. I don't know what I'm going to stamp on the inside yet, but I will look in here and see what I have to add a strip. Or I could just fussy cut out a fish and have that and do a strip of something. I'm just trying to see if I have a strip of, oh, there, this one has been cut. So I'll use this to put a strip in here and I'll cut out a fish. So let's make this 1/4 inch. That's all I need for the inside of the card. Let's make it 1/2 inch. Let's do that. Okay, so 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 because that's the size of our base here. And then I'll fussy cut out a fish. I think I'll fussy cut this one out. Just perfect for the envelope. So I'll put this in here and let's get this attached down. That's that piece, and then we could have just the fish there. There we go. That fits with the outside of the card. Now I'll grab an envelope, and on the envelope I'm just doing the flap. You can use glue, you can use a tape runner. Again, see, I'm still trying to learn to use this mat. because now I got stickies on my, and so this paper, I just put it, the cut edge along, oh, look at that, just wide enough, perfect. And then I flip it over and I just cut off the excess. Oops, cut a straight line. There we go. And there's my card completed with scraps. And it filled pretty well the whole card. Like, that's pretty amazing. And that was just scraps. So all your paper is valuable. So there we go, folks. Scrappy card. Look at the scraps that I've used. Pretty well covered the front of the card. And the card sits this way, and I've decorated the inside with a strip and with a little fish, and then the envelope to match. Isn't that beautiful? So there we go, circles and rectangles. Who would have thought? I used a 1 3/4 inch circle for that one, but you could use any size circles. I think my 2-inch circle would be a little too big. It would take up most of the card, the circles would, but a 1 3/4 inch is really good, or smaller. You just may need a few more circles. But there's a birthday card for somebody who likes to fish. So we're halfway through the summer. Isn't that unbelievable? It's like, this is the August long weekend. I don't know if in other countries you have a long weekend in August, but we do in Canada. And so we're all looking forward to the long weekend. We do love our long weekends and barbecuing and having friends over. I want to share with you a sale that's coming up next month. So for the in colors, there was 4 brand new in colors introduced this year. One was my favorite. It's become my favorite. It is Strawberry Slush. Then there is Seacoast, and I can't remember the other 2 for the life of me. I just am drawing a blank. I will list them down below. But from August the 1st to the 31st, anything that is using the in colors, so the ink pads, the blending pens, the designer series paper, the cardstock, I think that's it. So anything that has the in color in it, you get 15% off, which is a pretty good deal. And then you earn your 10% reward, customer reward, on top of that to be used at another order or to build up on that. So that's a pretty good deal that's coming up. I'm going to keep mentioning it, but I will put some links in down, not yet. I will do that next month, but I will list the colors, the in colors, the 4 new in colors for this season. And then in August, I will have the links to some of those products as well. So that's pretty cool, that's coming up. So just enjoy your weekend. Maybe on this weekend, make a card, give a card to someone, even if it's thinking of you. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, it would be so cool just to get a card that says, I'm thinking of you. And it would be just a way that someone has shared their kindness, one card at a time, and just made a little bit of the corner of a world, one small corner, just a little bit better. So thank you for joining me. Keep using your scraps. Have a great weekend.